What's up, guys? Hopefully we'll get through this video today. And it's been a hell of a few days. I had pneumonia before. I've had it two other times in my life, and yeah, it's not fun. Still a short breath, but we'll get through it. But anyways, we've got an interesting one here today, so let's get into it.
Okay, I went to Alyssa's speed dating event, and here's the recap. Once again, the girls were amazing. I thought the guys were like pretty great. Like they were all pretty good. I don't think that I like met like my person, but it was good. I think it was good. Definitely like a learning experience. I think speed dating is very fun in general. Feedback, like definitely would need more time to talk, like 6 minutes versus 3 minutes. I feel like 3 minutes you were just getting into it, and then like it was time to switch, but it was a first for Alyssa and for Cuffed. So I had a lot of fun. I like went with my girl Lauren, and like we had a lot of fun, and I met some really cool girls. They were great. I met some great guys. Like honestly, they were super sweet, and it was fun to like just like chit chat and like see who vibed with who and like everything. We were at Provisions, which was a cool bar I'd never been to. Yeah, I feel like it was a really good experience. I would definitely go to another one. Definitely like some feedback to like take back to Alyssa and just be like, let her know. I would suggest just like longer. You will have it a little bit more organized, and then a little bit longer to chat with the men, and then also like having a match platform afterwards instead of having to get like their Instagram. So they like basically there was mingling before, and then there was during, and then there was mingling after, and I feel like a lot of people who like did vibe with everyone ended up getting their Instagram. And in the past I've done speed dating where like it's a platform and you put who you liked, and then who like the opposite person like puts who they liked, and then if you both mutually match, then you get their like contact information. And I feel like that's the best route, because I feel like Instagram, like I hate giving my Instagram to people on dating apps, and giving like your Instagram, like I feel like it's just very easy to get lost in translation. But those are the only feedback. I am really excited. It was fun. I had a good time. I met some really great girls and some great people, and I really liked the bar. But yeah.
I'm gonna pretend you're the New York Knicks.
Like, oh my God, I went to speed dating and I couldn't find my person despite meeting some really great guys. Yeah. God damn. I don't think I'm up for this shit. I mean, look, the problem isn't the setup, it's the expectations. I mean, look, we got women like this that approach these events with these big, long-ass checklist mentalities. And they're convinced Prince Charming's going to magically emerge within these 3 minutes. I mean, that's not the case. I mean, these guys probably busted their butts to make a good impression, and they're labeled as sweet, but not her person. Again, I mean, you bring up Instagram. I mean, that's a minefield of validation and zero accountability. And ladies, here's an idea. Just focus on an actual conversation and not a curated profile.
If you're a guy asking out a girl on a date, the first mistake you can ever make is asking them what they want to do on the date. They've already thought about not going on this date with you, and they're literally sitting on the fence like this because they have no obligation to you. They don't really know you. There's no inclination necessarily to go on this date. It actually feels overwhelming because you don't understand the effort that we have to go through to get ready for a date. It's a whole thing. We got to do our hair, we got to do our makeup, we got to find a cute outfit. It's a full-time job to go on a date, especially one where we're kind of excited about it. So if you add on the task for us to decide what we should be doing on the date, you might as well be the girl. You might as well be the girlfriend of us, because we don't want that. Give us maybe some suggestions, what could be a fun idea, like what would I be down for? But if you're making me plan the whole thing, it's like, are you my friend, or are you taking me out? That's the difference.
You're a damaged goods lady.
You got women here complaining about men asking for date ideas, but the real truth is they don't know what they want. It's overwhelming, as she says, and that translates to she's on the fence and already disinterested. So guys, don't bend over backwards to entertain indecisiveness. Plan something simple. As I've always said, a coffee date, a walk in the park, it's low investment with high clarity. And if she bitches it's not extravagant enough, then she's not worth your time. Can we also stop pretending that doing makeup and hair is a full-time job? Guys put in effort too. But don't let her weaponize her preparation as a guilt trip into you doing all the heavy lifting.
If you thought dating was only rough for women, get this. So my best guy friend went on a bunch of dates with this girl, like maybe 4 or 5 dates, like really cute dates. He planned them. They were very elaborate. And then for their 5th date, she said, let me plan it. So it was really cute. She was going to do like dinner and laser tag. It sounded really fun. But then just as he's heading out the door for the date, he gets a text being like, wait, don't come. My mom's in the hospital. I've got to go there. So he obviously was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, take your time. Let me know if there's anything you can do. He sent flowers to her house. So then a couple days later, he gets a photo from her of the flowers. And she said, oh, my roommate just said these arrived. They're beautiful. Like, thank you so much. That's super kind of you. He responded being like, yeah, no problem. I hope everything's well. Like, let me know if you're down to meet up at some point. Obviously, no rush. Yeah, hope things are good. Doesn't respond. So then he waits a couple more days and they were talking like every day. So he was like, hey, just want to check in. Like, I hope everything's going okay. I'm really sorry to hear about your mom, like thinking of you kind of thing. And then didn't hear from her again. So a couple of days later, we checked her Instagram. So she wasn't posting anything on Instagram, but she does have her ViscoCam link in her Instagram bio. She was at Coachella the entire time. Like, maybe there's a world where something happened and then she went to Coachella, but like the timing isn't right. Like, she literally was at Coachella the entire time, which like we obviously will never know the extent of how far that lie went. But imagine if she was fully lying, how bad she must have felt when those flowers arrived at her door. Like, oh, so bad. So I guess it's rough on both.
Cut her loose, dude. She's a handful.
That's a masterclass in female manipulation right there. I mean, this guy invests time, money, and effort only to get ghosted because mom's in the hospital and turns out she really wasn't. So guys, don't simp for women who can't match your energy. The flowers, concern, follow-ups was all wasted on someone chasing festival vibes instead of honesty. Her Instagram bio flexing is a neon sign that she craves validation over commitment. So guys, just take note, invest your resources wisely. If she's dodging text but updating her story, she's not busy, she's just uninterested. Stop checking up on them afterwards, just ghost her back and move on.
Okay, I'm just going to do a video on this because I feel like quite a few people are confused in the comments about what we mean when we say stress a man out and why stressing a man out will always forever make him chase you. Okay, so one thing you need to understand here is that when we say stress a man out, we do not mean to the point where this man unalives himself or jumps off a bridge. No, this is not what we are teaching here. When we say stress a man out, it's about triggering his desire. And the way that you trigger his desire and the way that you ignite desire in a man is by, first of all, something needs to be a bit confusing to him, okay? Because men like mystery, okay? Men like mystery. People who are mysterious and have this like magnetic aura, this like something like just alluring about them, those kind of women that just have that inner dark femme in them, they are usually very confusing to men. Like, men don't understand those kind of women, right? And in order for a woman to be that way, she needs to be detached. In order for her to ignite that desire in him, she needs to be unpredictable. She needs to shake things up a little bit. You have to add a little bit of spice in there. Okay? That's why we say, don't be the nice girl. Be the dream girl. Because men don't like the nice girl. They want the dream girl. Right? Girl is not the girl that when he says jump, she jumps. His dream girl is not the girl that's heavily available for him 24/7. His dream girl is not the one that has weak boundaries and says yes to everything that he says. That's not his dream girl. That's not his dream girl. They may marry and settle for you, but you are not the dream girl. And in the end, the boring catches up with them. They either leave or they just, even worse, stay and cheat. They deactivate, they disconnect, they withdraw, okay? We've seen it happen countless times. So in order to ignite that desire in a man, in order to trigger that desire in him and that obsession in him, because the more confused he is, the more he's fixated on you. So you become a mystery. You become that puzzle that he couldn't work out when he was a little kid. Okay, you have to think men's psychology. They obsess over that game, right? I need to get that. I need to do it. I need to do it, right? Because he needs to prove to himself that he can do it. It's male ego. You're never going to be able to understand it.
Psycho.
Wow. It's a playbook for toxic relationships. Stress him out so he chases you. That's just utter crap. I mean, apparently in her mind, confusing men equals control. A good strong man doesn't obsess over drama. We avoid that shit like the plague. This dark feminine energy nonsense is why Western dating is a cesspool. I mean, ladies, if your goal is to manipulate, you'll attract the same energy back. And so guys, don't fall for this psychological warfare crap. You know, a woman worth your time values peace and not chaos. Her idea that men like to chase is a total lie. We respect straightforwardness, but we're not done. She still has more to say.
But this is men's psychology. I know what I'm talking about. I read up on men's psychology. I know how their brain works. I taught myself these things. So when we say stress him out, we are simply just releasing the vasopressin hormone in men, which is the hormone that they need to release in order to feel an attachment to the woman, in order to bond with the woman, right? He's not going to release that hormone when the woman is nice, when she's the nice girl, when she's available 24/7. Why? Because in order for him to release that vasopressin, in order for vasopressin to be released, he needs to do a challenge. He needs a challenge. He needs to, something needs to trigger his masculine energy. He needs to, something needs to trigger his masculine instincts, right? And what does that? Providing, being of service, right? And the nice girl requires less, okay? The nice girl requires less. She doesn't need much. She sits there and she prides herself in being this low maintenance girly. I don't need much from my man, right? And what you don't realize is that is not getting the man to tap into his masculine energy. See, men want to be needed. They want to feel needed. They want to run after the damsel in distress. They will go out of their way to create situations where they can jump in like they are a hero. They want to feel that heroic feeling, okay? The nice girl, to put it in simple terms, does not trigger these masculine instincts in a man. She does not, because she is too easy and she's too available. There is no mystery, there is no quest, there is nothing. It is simply not interesting for a man. His interest levels are not going to peak. It is as simple as that. You can sit here and try and argue with me, you can listen to mindfulness coaches who say all this stuff about, promoting healthy partnerships and relationships and stuff like that. But in the end, you will come back to this one thing. Men and women are wired completely different, and you need to understand that. They are not going to think the way that you do. So this comment is wrong. They will not leave you for the peaceful woman. No man has ever left the dream woman for the peaceful woman. The peaceful woman is simply not interesting enough. Men seek variety. That is why they cheat. I promise you, he will leave you for the woman that doesn't care about him. He will leave you for her. Or, like I said, even worse, he will stay with you, because most men don't even leave, because it's women who initiate the divorces. Let's be real. He will stay with you, but he will cheat. He will cheat, whether that's physical, whether that's emotional, doesn't matter, all right? It's always going to be a struggle with them. So this comment is wrong. No man has ever left his dream woman, the woman who is exciting, thrilling, unpredictable, exciting, interesting, for someone who is peaceful. Because I'll tell you what, men are willing to look past many things when it's the girl that they want. I promise you. I promise you. Ask any woman you know. Men will look past things when they feel like the woman that they want is in front of them. They will. They will. You think that they won't, but they will. That's why pretty girls, beautiful women, get away with a lot more. They say whatever they want to men, and men literally are just like, okay, yeah, sure. This is wrong. And if you keep believing this idea, you will be left. You will be miserable. You will look back on your life one day and think, you know what? I gave so much to a man. I cared. I was always the nice woman. I was always the nice, peaceful woman. I created space for him. And I was sat there desperately waiting for him to return that to me one day, and he will never return it back to you. He will never return all of that you gave to him. He will never, ever return it back to you. So the best way to be is this way, because you need to be mastering detachment. Whether you're married, whether you're just starting out on your dating phase, doesn't matter. Every woman needs to master detachment. It is the only way, because when you decenter men, they have no choice but to center their universe around you. They want to chase. They want to run. Trust me. They do not want to be with the peaceful woman. It's too easy. It's too easy.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
Oh my god, what a nut job. Men don't want peaceful women. That's so far from the truth. It's total bullshit. I mean, this dream girl fantasy of unpredictability is why relationships implode. The vasopressin doesn't bond men to manipulative women, it bonds us to trust and mutual respect. And the narrative here is gaslighting 101. Stress them out, detach, and make them chase. Only a simp is going to do something like that. So guys, just recognize the red flags. If she's advocating detachment as a relationship strategy, she's not a partner, she's a saboteur. Don't reward this toxicity and seek women who bring stability and not chaos. This he'll cheat anyway is just total bullshit. And that's projection. Secure men don't cheat, insecure people do. Anyways, guys, Western dating is a shit show fueled by manipulative advice and entitlement and games. Women are told to stress men out while men are guilted into overperforming. We know the court system, social media, and feminist narratives have expanded this divide. So, guys, it's time to reclaim your power. Vet your partners carefully. We say this many times. Avoid manipulative tactics, just like what this last chick's trying to do. And prioritize your peace. You don't have to play into this chaos. Instead, build meaningful connections with women who value respect and accountability, or explore traditional cultures if modern dating sickens you. The key is to stop chasing and start choosing yourself. And as always, the choice is yours. Well, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.